The One Voice Faith Leader Spotlight helps residents of Hunterdon County better get to know their faith leaders. The aim of these conversations is to share their offerings and create connection within the faith community.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our One Voice Faith Leader Spotlight. My name is Suhey Zatino, and I am the project coordinator at One Voice. And today we have an amazing guest here with us. His name is Pastor Esteban Lizana. And so welcome to our podcast. How are you doing today?
Hi, everybody. I am thrilled to be in this section of One Voice. Thank you so much for the invitation, and it is an honor for me to be part of this incredible opportunity. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for joining us and thank you for making the time because I know it can get very, very, very busy. So I know you because we go way back and we're talking about high school back, right?
Yes.
But our community doesn't, well, some of our community, because you have a big part of our community in your congregation. But so please introduce yourself. Let us know what you how your congregation looks like. We want to know more about you.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like you said, like Suhey said, my name is Esteban Lizana. I from originally from the country of Chile, South America, and came a long time ago to New Jersey. And New Jersey has been my home ever since 2001. So it was a very interesting journey for me. But now the Lord has opened up the doors for me and my family to pastor a church in Flemington in the city where I live. And it's actually quite impressive to look back, take a step back, and see how God has orchestrated every single step of our lives. And now we live in our community, we serve in our community, and we have this opportunity also to minister, to pastor a church in our own community, in my backyard. So if you were to ask me, it doesn't get any better than that. So I pastor the church called Flemington Assembly of God in Flemington, 02, on 202. If you're interested in the
You can
address,
miss it. You can miss it. I mean, once you
not
right, you cannot miss it. If you
you
go into
simply cannot.
Flemington, you have they have to see your church.
Absolutely, it's on our way to and fro the Flemington Circle, and we're very close to the Fudge Shop. So those are the two most famous places in Flemington. So everybody knows us, and this is where the Lord has brought us. So this is our church,
Oh, that's so
the
great.
Assembly of God.
So it's so great. And your demographic in your church is mainly all right, American, right? English
Well,
church.
it's in we currently pastor our church services are in English. However, our sermons are translated via a translator device into Spanish because since the Hispanic community, the Spanish speaking community, happens to be one of the fastest growing communities. We've been getting quite a few Spanish speakers into our church. So that is the demographic of our church, mostly American, of all colors and flavors, as I mentioned on Sunday morning. And it's quite impressive to look around the sanctuary on Sunday mornings and to see all kinds of colors, shades in it, and to know that we're all children of God. It's quite impressive.
Exactly like heaven will be.
Amen. That's it. That is it.
Amen. So tell me something. What brought you to ministry? What does your path look like?
Oof, that is a
Tell
loaded
us
question. And I
the
don't
story. We want to
I
know.
we're going to have a second part if you, because it's a long journey. But I'll give you the Reader Digest version. Back when I was a teenager, um, the Lord called me to ministry, and I was dodging the call. I was dodging the bullet for the longest time, but it wasn't until I turned 21, 22. I'm sorry. I was newlywed, and the Lord gave opened the opportunity for me to go to Bible school and get my Bible degree. And working closely with one of my mentors is that I was able to appreciate the calling, appreciate ministry. I was able to see the other side that I didn't get to see, the good side of ministry. And 4.5 years later, I was able to graduate with honors, and later the Lord was put in my heart to get a secular degree to help non-for-profits or to help churches. And I went to Pillar College, where I graduated from with my degree of business administration, with a minor in non for profits, helping non-for-profits. So that is my story, a very, very, very summarized, if you will.
Yes, very summarized. Because I know it's a beautiful story. I know your parents, right? Uh,
Yes,
I mean, your mom served in church, and then your grandpa, right? Also, and you're from Chile, and your wife is from Ecuador, right? And such a beautiful combination. And just coming in. How do you end up in Flemington? I always, because we are from North Plainfield.
that
That's
is
our
correct.
and then one day you say, I'm leaving and I'm going to Flemington. And we're like, Flemington, what is that?
Yeah.
We never heard about Flemington until
Well,
you moved.
I when I my oldest daughter was born, I went to the Lord brought us to this church in Branchburg, in the city of Branchburg, and that's where I met my a good friend of mine and a mentor. And he said, you know what, you are such a hard worker, and you're so knowledgeable about stuff. Why don't you come to Branchburg and or White House? So I moved to White House Station, and then I learned about Flemington because I was with the idea of buying a home. So my wife and I wanted to purchase a home, and we started looking first, not at homes, but schools in the area. So Flemington happened to be one of the schools districts with the highest scores in the state. So I thought maybe Flemington might be a good opportunity or a good place for us to live because of the school system they have. And long story short, we purchased a home in Flemington 9 years ago. So we moved to Flemington. My kids go to the Flemington district, and I also happen to work at an elementary school here in the Flemington district as well. So I'm very well invested in Flemington. I said before it's my backyard, but it literally is my backyard. This is where I work. This is where I see all my students. In our location is just a fantastic location. I love Flemington.
That is so beautiful. And to know that our viewers, that you are so invested in the community and how much you love the community. And I mean, you're working as a pastor and as a teacher, two good leaders, right? Because we need a good representation of what a good man looks like, right? In our schools and also in our churches. And well, that is so great. So tell us something, because I went for your Christmas special, which, by the way, was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Just, I was just taken back. I mean, the play that you guys had, was so cool. We didn't have service that day, so I said, let us visit our friend in Flemington. So you have events, right? And what else do you guys host, or what does it look like in your service when you come?
Well,
When is it?
it
When do
we are going through a very interesting time at Flemington Assembly of God. I took over the church last September of 2023, and I've been running solo I took over for Pastor Zier, who served at this location of Flemington for the past 30 plus years. So I had big shoes to fill, and now we were in the past year, we were in the process of not reinventing ourselves, but just taking a break, getting a wide view of who we are, what our strengths are, and trying to figure out how we can serve our community better, especially after COVID, that many churches were affected negatively after COVID. So one of our visions for Flemington Assembly of God is that we want to serve our community.
Yeah.
Regardless of the background, regardless whether you belong to our church or not, we are here to serve our community. And as we are getting more established, as we are as the new lead pastor, who I'm still fresh, I've been in charge of carrying this title for the past 4.5, 5 months. One of our visions, once again, is to let the community of Flemington know that there's a church that wants to serve in at any capacity that we can. So whatever that means, we are here to serve. And one of them is providing. Having Christmas services. Now we are hosting our Easter and celebration of Easter is around the corner, so we're getting ready for that. And then in the coming summer, God willing, we'll also be able to provide a week-long vacation Bible school for our community, or VBS as it's known, commonly known. So there are many things coming ahead. And one of the other projects or things that we're trying to envision is serve our Latino or Spanish speaking community. I told you that I worked at an elementary school. I'm an ESL certified teacher. So we want to serve our community, providing ESL, English as second language lessons, and trying to figure out what else can we do to serve the community of Flemington as a whole. So
that is so beautiful, and the amazing work that you're doing. And events are great. And talking about an event, that we are a coalition that promotes mental health, and it's a prevention of uh, drug misuse, right? And we believe that the faith factor is, oh my goodness, is the key for recovery. It's the key for prevention in our youth. So the fact that you are reaching out to many of our youth it's incredible. So tell me something. As a community, what are the steps that you're taking to approach this issue of the drug misuse in our community?
that is a great question, and I'm not going to rush through it because I want to tell you a story. Um, Drug abuse hits home to my heart because my grandfather used to be an alcoholic, and that really hit home really hard. And it wasn't until my grandfather had an encounter with Jesus and with a lot of godly men in other institutions that he was able to recover and be freed from this addiction. And because through the help of God and the power of God that helped him, allowed him to be delivered from this horrendous vice. I can say that 16 grandchildren,
Wow.
and then 13 great grandchildren, um, and the extended family, all my cousins and their wives and their brides and grooms, and those who keep being added to our family are currently serving the Lord. So I truly believe that nobody is exempt from any kind of attack or any kind of exposure to drug abuse or substance abuse, especially now with our youth, that they're always exposed to something through the things that they're holding on their hands.
Yeah.
Everything is a click away. The exposure, the speed that they're exposed to it is just absolutely incredible, and it may seem like an unbeatable battle. But I think one of the things that we need to understand, and that the faith community needs to understand, is that there are places, there are organizations like the One Voice. There are other organizations, faith-based organizations that are here to help, to provide help, spiritual, to provide counseling, to provide all the tools necessary to fight against these things. And one of the initiatives that we are taking, my wife currently works at one of a non-for-profit organizations and slash ministries in Flemington, at the Friendship Center. My wife is a counselor, and within our church, we also have a few certified counselors. So we truly believe that counseling, it's an incredible tool and an incredible way to reach out to people and provide and help them and help provide the help that they may need. One of the titles of Jesus that he receives, and those who go to church around Christmas know it, that Jesus is known as a wonderful counselor, right? And counseling is such an amazing thing that provides a way for us to open up and talk about it and be strengthened through counseling, through scripture, and through programs like Teen Challenge, the Friendship Center, in One Voice. So we are well aware that this is a pressing issue, especially to our youth, So we one of another tool that we've tried, we believe in life groups. We believe that small groups within our church. Church does not only happen on Sunday mornings. And
That's
church is not just the building. Church is us. The word of the Bible teaches us that we are the temple of Christ. Wherever we go, the presence of God goes with us. So life groups is an extension of Sunday mornings, and we believe that this is the network that God has placed in our mission, in our vision, to help to make sure that every person within our church community, it's being reached at, and we are aware of their needs. So at any point in time, if somebody's going through something, any kind of issue, financial, emotional, physical, or mental, we're always in the know. We're always in the know, and we provide the support system that Flemington Assembly of God is able to provide. So that those are some of the tools or techniques, if you will, that we currently use at our church to make sure that people's needs are being met, and that everybody's being reached at during the week, not only on Sunday mornings.
That's beautiful. First off, what an amazing testimony. I mean, it was a choice of your grandpa's choice, and now look at your beautiful family. I know most of your family, and you have a large family. Oh my goodness.
I do. I
Yes,
do.
you do. And every time I see you, I'm meeting a new member, right? Of your big family.
Well,
And
you know us Latinos. We're very fertile.
yes, we are. So that is so great, because I think that when it hits home, it becomes so personal to us, and it's just that drive to really make the change, to really cause an impact to somebody else, because we know the results of that can be so great, right? And life changing. So that was an amazing testimony, and what you are doing, the counseling. Well, as myself, right? I my bachelor's in psychology and counseling, and I'm 100% on board with that. And the fact that you can provide that to your community, that's great. That is amazing. And thank you for being with us today. If you were to say a few words about your church, let's say somebody here is watching and they have been looking for a church, right? And
Mhm.
what would you say to your viewers?
Oh, that is a great question. You know, one of the misinterpretations that a lot of people have about church is that church is boring. I can promise you this, that our church is not boring. There's a lot of we pride ourselves in, and this is, it sounds bad to come from a pastor, but we as a ministry, we proud ourselves in being cross cultural, cross generational, and we have all people of all ages, young and old, in all cultures, in all colors. So what would a person expect when they walk into our church building? I think they should expect a friendly face, a
Mm.
great time worshiping our Lord, and of course a Bible-based message that will change your life and minister to your life. So that is what I think you will anyone who walks into a church will experience.
Yes, it's a great community for sure, and space for everyone. Space for
Absolutely.
I love it. And every time we get a chance, we go visit. So please do take the time to visit Pastor Esteban and his beautiful family and church community. So thank you, friends, for watching our podcast. And thank you again, Pastor Esteban, for your time.
Thank
And we
you.
will see you in our next episode. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.